A man counting sorrow. I've seen trouble all my days. If there will, oh Kentucky, the place where I was born and raised. There we go. I've been playing for less than a week. I have no idea what I'm doing, and it shows. And you know what, damn it? I'm pretty pleased with myself regardless. Here we go. I'm going to review this Martin Smith ukulele. I don't play ukulele. I know nothing about them. So my opinion is probably going to be pointless for anyone that knows anything about it or anyone that's looking to get into ukuleles. But it's different than most other people's. Most of the reviews on this particular instrument are just they just rip on this instrument like crazy. And the thing is it brings me a lot of joy. I don't really care that it's not the best or even close to the best or even close to mediocre, right? This is marketed as a beginner ukulele. I'm a beginner player, and I'm having a great time with it. Now, but the caveat is, my kids cannot play this as well as I can. Newsflash, I've been doing guitars and stuff like that for 30 years, so I can pick things up a little quicker. But another thing is, they don't have the hand strength that I've built up as an adult to be able to finger these chords and make the strings sing. Now, you hear that? That sounds awful, right? It's because the action is so high, which is why they have a problem making the chords sing. But the action is so high that when I play the chord, this C string, the third string, goes sharp because you have to press hard. So you have to kind of compensate for that. And one of the ways I compensated was, first thing I did was I changed the original strings to D'Addario's. Then I took the nut and I carved into the string grooves, the places where the strings go, carved into those much deeper so they get closer to the fret. One of the things I like to do for a guitar anyway is, the only reason why I have a flat pick is for this, is to see if the action is low enough to hold that fret pick, or that pick on the fret. I don't want to be able to slap the guitar and have it flop around on me. But so I had to make that, because otherwise I had to dig into this and then sand this saddle down so I could lower the action. Otherwise it would end up like this. Here, I'll hold it. See, if I let go of this string, the pick falls because the action is so high. And it shouldn't be like that close to the nut. But for the style of playing I plan on doing, I plan on doing, you know, just fun stuff. I want to really hammer on the ukulele, and this will work fine for that. And if it goes sharp or whatever, hopefully, you know, my nasty voice, it's just terrible, right? But hopefully my voice just drowns out the wrong tuning, because that's almost a half step off. That's how high it goes. So either that, I don't have to finger that chord, finger that string. Yeah, I do. There we go. But that's a big issue for a lot of people. Not for me, because I enjoy that, because it's, you know, I like tinkering. But anyhow, the other thing to notice is if you look at these frets, there is paint all over those wires. Now, realistically, I would have loved to seen this come with clean frets, but that paint was dripping all over the fret wires on the face, and that was screwing up how my strings were playing. So I had to take, you know, my little knife and just scratch them all off so I get a nice clean contact, so I get some decent sounds from it. Which I don't mind working on a brand new instrument to have it suit me. I'm used to that. I've done that with everything I've ever purchased. Any guitar, I don't care which one it is, I've always tweaked it and set it up for myself. And it's, I mean, it all equates to working on the instrument to make it suit you. So with that in mind, I mean, I do the same thing with a $20 instrument that I do a little bit more with a $20 instrument than I do with like a $2,000 instrument. But work is work. It doesn't really matter. You just gotta go in with that mindset. It's not gonna be perfect. Nothing ever is. Nothing's gonna be perfect for you the moment you put it in your hands from the store shelf. Unless you're lucky enough to go to a manufacturer that does handmade instruments, and they interview you and they set it up just the way you want it, or they take an old instrument that you have set up just for you, and then they make it identical to the new one. Those are nice people. But anyway, that's out of my price range for a ukulele. So this is what I have, and I'm messing with it. In the next string change, I'm going to dig deeper into the nut, shave off even more from the bridge, and see if I can get it down to where I want it. I should be able to do it. But other than that, that's the ukulele. The resonance, usually you hear that, the chime after the initial bump. That was encouraging. That's the first thing I checked when I first got the ukulele and got it out of the box. I bumped on it, and it's encouraging because it tells me it's got some decent resonance, so I can play it, and the attack will hold out. It'll have the notes will hold for a decent enough time to make it sound more full, I guess. I don't know. I just like it. Don't listen to me. I don't know anything about anything, but I know what I like, and that's fine. Well, it's not fine. It could be much. The resonance could be much better, but this is what I have, and it'll work for what I need. Because I like a strong attack, and a strong drop is fine, because it'll give it more of a bluesy type sound, I guess. Maybe, I don't know. I don't know any of the chords on this. I just know that this is a G, C, E, and an A. Those strings, and to go from there, you know, this is a C, that's a C, so there we go, that's a C chord. But anyway, that's how I'm going to do it. The ukulele, I'm not going to argue with all the really negative reviews of it, because they see all the same things I do. I just don't see it as being as much of a problem for me as it is for, you know, people that actually know what they're doing. The only problem I see is the action is so high that a kid can't play this. If you're going to get an instrument for somebody who's never played anything before, you're going to want something that's easy to learn how to play, not something that takes a lot of effort and a lot of strength. That's so frustrating that it's likely to make somebody quit. So, with that in mind, if you're somebody like me who's been playing guitar for a long time and you just want something to have a laugh with and noodle around on, this instrument is okay for that, if you have my kind of mindset where you're going to put some work into it and you're going to tinker with it until you get it to sound good. And then once you finally get it sounding good, you're going to pass it off on somebody else and get a better instrument. That's exactly what I'm going to do. That's what I've always done. But anyway, here we go. There's that. It comes with this like vinyl. Listen to that. It comes with this vinyl gig bag, which is nice. It gives me something to put it in. I don't think it protects it at all, but that's okay. It's just fun to have. I just like the sound. It's pleasing. And it comes with this paperwork and essential beginner's guide and all this other stuff. I haven't looked at it honestly. I probably should. Maybe it'll help me out a lot and it'll make me like the instrument even better. But as it is right now, I like it. I mean, quick overview. It's got these tuning gears, the tuning machines. They're not symmetrical, which doesn't bother me, but I recognize it as a pretty good sign that maybe when they put this together, somebody was drunk. I don't know, but it doesn't bother me. It bothers a lot of other people because none of them on any of these instruments are symmetrical. I mean, if you can see the difference probably on the camera easy. But the strings it came with are just almost impossible. So you're going to want to replace those. I replaced mine with the Dario titaniums, and I only did that because I contacted a rep from the Dario and I said, okay, what do you recommend? Because I've used almost entirely the Dario strings for a long time, so I figured, you know, they would know. So contact them, type them up. What kind of strings you recommend? And the person in the chat said, use these titaniums. They're only $5. I was like, hey, that's great. $25 all told into this instrument now. I mean, that's everything shipped. $25. So okay, I can live with that. And then I had to lower the action. I have to lower it even more, but I'm not going to do that for a long time, like weeks. I had to shave off the paint on the frets and the fret wires because they were, I don't know why. Why would you paint the fretboard when you had the fret wires in? It makes absolutely no sense. But on the plus side, listen to this. That quietness of me going up and down the neck with my finger on it means that the fret wires were actually cut properly and not overhanging the neck. When they overhang, and if you try to slide up the neck, you're going to cut yourself on the fret wires. I've had that happen on more than one guitar, and I'm very pleased that I didn't have to do anything with this one to make it so I don't cut myself. That's a huge plus for me. That's not the case for everyone, though. I've seen other reviews where they do overhang and they're sharp. Well, sucks to be them. Mine, not that case. The action is high on absolutely every single one of these. So it's harder to finger the chords, especially if you don't have the hand strength yet. But other than that, I don't know. I mean, it sounds, with these new strings, it sounds okay. It's the third string, that C. In person, all I hear is wow, 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 wow. That kind of wow, wow, wow. That sound in my head just, it tells me that something's not in tune. So I have to. So I have to kind of figure out a way to play that. Ugh. It drives me nuts. But if I'm singing at the same time, I can kind of drown that out. And if I hit it hard enough, I notice the other strings a lot more, so it kind of kills that vibe for me. So there you have it. Honest opinions on the Martin Smith ukulele. Would I recommend it? Well, how about you figure out if I don't know, I don't want to say I recommend it or don't recommend it. I'm having a great time with it. But it's kind of like a joke and for a laugh, and it's just a toy for me. So I love it for that. Anyway, thanks for watching. If you watched, go to hell if you didn't. No, I'm kidding. No, if you're not watching this, it's fine. No one else is either, right? But this will give you a good idea from a beginner standpoint if this is a decent instrument or not. For me, this is a lot of fun. It's just not, it's not great. It's not the worst thing I've ever had in my hands to play. I mean, I've played guitars before that the bridge comes up, like literally came off the guitar face while I was playing it, and I wasn't playing hard because I'm a finger picker. I mean, I use a thumb pick, but that was wild. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this as much as I enjoy playing this fun little, nasty little ukulele. It's gonna be great. I'm thinking about putting steel strings on it. I think that'd be awesome. I'll figure out a way to do it. All right, you guys take it easy.